So here's where we are. I'm trapped on a 13th floor that doesn't exist, surrounded by every guard who ever came up here, and the only way out is to convince someone else to take my place. And I told you I knew who. I lied. I couldn't do it. Because the someone my brain offered up was Marcus, the new kid. 22, started last month, calls me sir, brings me coffee I didn't even ask for. And I realized I would rather rot on this floor than send that kid up here. So I made a decision, a stupid, noble, probably fatal decision. I was not going to trade anyone. I would rather become one of the others than do that to a person who trusted me. I told the phone, the older me. I said, I'm not doing it. I won't send anyone up, and the voice on the line just laughed. Tired, broken, like I'd said something he had heard 1,000 times, he said, that's what I said too, every single time. And every single time, the floor waited. Because the floor doesn't need you to choose, it just needs someone to be curious. I didn't understand. Not yet. So I sat down, against the wall with the others in the dark, and I waited to become whatever they are. And that is when I heard it. The elevator, a soft chime, the doors sliding open. Someone was coming up, at 3:07 in the morning. And I knew, before I even saw the face, exactly who it would be. It was Marcus, the new kid. He'd seen the panel light up 13 downstairs, and he'd done the same dumb, human, curious thing I did. He got in. And he came up to see. And here is the thing the floor understood that I didn't. I didn't have to trick anyone. I didn't have to be cruel. I just had to exist up here long enough for the next curious person to find me. Marcus stepped out, looking around, scared, saying my name. And behind him, the elevator doors stayed open. Open. For the first time, the way down, and every cell in my body screamed two different things at once. Warn him, save him, and run, get in, go home. You can be free. I want to tell you I was a hero. I want to tell you I grabbed that kid and shoved him back in the elevator and rode down with him, and we both got out. I want to tell you that. But you have been with me this whole time. You know what curiosity does to a person. You watched it walk me onto this floor in the first place. I got in the elevator, and as the doors began to close on Marcus, on his confused, frightened face, on the floor that now belonged to him, the phone on the desk started to ring. And he answered it. Of course he did, and I watched him lift it to his ear and go pale, and I knew exactly what he was hearing, because I was the one saying it. Stop. Coming. Up. That was me. On the phone. The older voice warning the new guy the way I had been warned. I never escaped the 13th floor. I became it, and somewhere, right now, an elevator is stopping at a floor that doesn't exist, at 3:07, waiting for the next curious person to get in. Maybe it's your building. Maybe you should take the stairs.